Good morning. It's nice to have you all in our office. My name is Precious Adeho. I'm privileged to serve as the MD of Immobilier Engineering Nigeria Limited, an indigenous company that we started March 13, 2012, but officially kick off business February 2nd, 2015. And my journey as the MD of Immobilier Engineering actually started many years ago. I ran into a quote many years ago that says, if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. That quote was from Miles Monroe. And I ran into that quote as far back as when I was in my technical college. My journey has actually been basically from, maybe I'm called to be a leader in terms of my calling in life, because I've run from my primary school days. I was class prefect. In my secondary school days as well, I equally was class prefect. And during my last days in my secondary school, I was actually assistant and head boy of the school. And when I even joined the technical college, I was workshop prefect. And in my final year, I served as the labor prefect of the school. Even in my days in the higher institution, I equally played some role as course rep, fellowship president, and actually served as the president of my department. In Nigerian Bureau Training School as well too, I served as class governor in my training in Nigerian bureaus. And even during my MBA, I served as class governor of my class. So this has really been part of the thing that formed part of my basics. So my training from technical college, going from technical college, going to Nigerian Bureau Training School, which actually formed a lot of my part of being a leader, actually spurred me into thinking of one day to run a business. I remember the first time I came to Nigerian Bureau Training School, and when they took us around, I was looking at myself. One of the things that popped into my head at that very time was, one day I can own this kind of stuff as well. And taking that back to where I was, the background I came from, because I came from a very poor background, being a guy who was selling bread, selling ice water, from ice water to sell plastic sheets, to sell bread. And from selling bread, that actually gave me basic knowledge of entrepreneurship. You understand few stuff, how to, basic stuff. Okay, if I buy this bread for 20 naira, if I sell for 30 naira, I'm going to make 10 naira profit. If I remove the transportation, my feeding, I can make some amount of money. So all those actually form the journey, the baseline. Then when I left the last company I worked with, Quantum Global Solution. During my time in Quantum Global Solution, I ran into a grant process. That grant process is called Shell LifeWire. It's the program of which Shell actually does for those from the Nigeria data. That taught me the basics of what it takes to run a business. What are the ABC of running a business? So that's actually where the whole stuff started from. And I got my first grant. The first grant was 300,000 naira, and we used that to buy some few equipment, and the journey all started. So it's basically what formed me from my school days to my background as a poor man's child. Those are the things that brought me into a life. So I don't just call myself just an MD. I would say I'm an entrepreneur, because there are two things. Somebody can work from beginning and grow to his career, you make an MD. But mine actually started from being an entrepreneur, from those early days of trying to sell things to make it means.